I hopped off the ship at East Fragment with the dream in my 99. Welcome to the land of Sierra excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped off my pad, dropping in on fights. Look to my right, and I see Sears exhibit sphere. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so garbage. Yeah, we're gaming in the USA. How does that song go in the middle of first?
I love it. That was fantastic.
I hate that.
I love every bit of it.
That gave me a headache.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the effort and the love.
Listen to the song first.
Probably, but you had it for most of it. Yeah, I'm impressed. Howdy, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Sweaty Plebs podcast. This is episode 81.
81. The number of Terrell Owens.
You have a lot of name associations with numbers. With numbers.
I know a lot of numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
You went to school for this, so
yeah. What do you think of when you think of 81?
Nothing, just 81.
It's one greater than 80, which is a cool number.
Yeah, it's less than 82.
9 times 9. 81.
Yeah, I don't think that.
That is true though.
Yeah.
Not a prime number. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
All right.
So math fact. Sorry. Starting you off educational today.
That's so weird.
Hey, also,
and
fun fact to you, Faulkner. I'm drinking some of your water right now. It's from Idaho.
Ooh.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. A lot of nasty. Thought it was sparkling. Very disappointed.
Yes. I'm also drinking Idaho water today. Not really.
No, not at all.
Just jump into it. That was a perfect segue. Just get the confidence.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I don't really want to, but I have one more of these, so I'm going to. The Founders Four Giants IPA. It's an Imperial India Pale Ale.
Ah, I got an Imperial too.
It's 9.2, and it's
wow.
Don't want it. It's heavy, I can tell you.
I don't want it. You sound like a bitch.
But look,
I like that can.
Yeah,
I like it.
Nice can. Can's cool. Got one Faulkner right here.
I don't have a mustache like that. Maybe one day.
It's just like you. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah. Yep, it's very heavy. Oh my god, look at that. Would you look at that? Oreo. Not Oreo.
The audio listeners.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
Yeah, so cute. One of the cutest dogs of all time. Pick her up. Actually, don't pick her up.
No, I don't need that bad noise.
Yeah, that's...
How does she get down if you can't pick her up? She jumps.
Yeah, she just jumps off.
She's got legs.
Yeah, she's her own independent person.
Yeah.
Come on. Dog. I don't know how they work, man. It could be a fish. Fish could not do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Aiden, what do you got? Jesus.
Coming in hot from Verboten Brewing, somewhere in Colorado. Does not... Oh, it's from Loveland. That's a city out here, boys. From the Monster Cookie series, I got Toasted Coconut Caramel Imperial Stout. Nothing special on the can.
He's going heavy. I bet you.
That sounds.
What is that?
Terrible.
9%?
Yeah.
9%?
8.5%. Dylan still beats me, but we're working on liking stouts, boys. It feels like a not bad starting point for me. I like those first 3 words a lot. Like the last 2 words a little less.
I'm interested to see what you think.
He likes it.
Let me tell you, that's a nice upfront flavor. You get a nice little kiss of sweetness, and then it tastes like a stout afterwards. But I think like now that that's in my mind, think of stouts. Think of this a nice little sweet thing. I like them a little more.
What made you decide to get a stout?
I couldn't find any other cans I wanted, and I want to like them.
Decided to make mistakes.
Fair enough.
I just forced myself to like all types of food, boys. You got to go in with the tasting mindset.
Yeah, just like butt stuff.
I'll try any food one time.
Oh yeah,
but only foods. Sometimes, even if I know a food is bad, I'll try it 2 times. Just to see if I like it.
I generally give most stuff 3 tries. I generally give stuff most 3 tries.
Well, it depends. Some stuff it's like, yeah, never again.
If I'm like hell bent on it, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
I've had lengua like 4 times now. I get it. Hasn't done it for me yet.
Yeah. Well, there's so many confounds with food, right? Like, is
Like
the restaurant
tongue?
any good?
Yeah.
Is the ingredients any good?
Wait, tongue is good, man.
Tongue is great.
It's
beef tongue.
It's
Yeah.
the texture that I can't deal with, but
Oh,
I'm
man.
working
no,
on it,
no,
boys.
no.
Yeah.
Do Korean barbecue beef tongue.
Yeah.
They thinly slice it.
It's very thin.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
See, that way I like it. Every time I've had it, it's from like some like home style Mexican place, and it's just chunks that are like
Oh,
an inch across,
Yeah.
and it's too much for me, boys.
if you get that like cooked for super long, it's okay. But thinly sliced at a Korean barbecue is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, yeah. It's real good. A little crisp
yeah.
on the edges on it.
Mm-hmm. Get some corn cheese too.
Yeah.
Cheese corn or corn cheese?
Same.
Which way?
Same.
Both.
No, I feel like it's one way or the other.
Tomato, potato. Same.
This is gonna bother me forever now.
Winter is coming, so stout porter season's on the way.
Fall. It's fall next, not winter.
It's coming.
Coming
now.
still.
Doesn't
It's
change the
still
fact that it's
coming.
still coming.
Man, I don't like winter is coming. The saying anymore. It's just a sad.
Hey,
Brings back sad memories.
It's
right there with you, bud.
I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. The final season doesn't bother me as most people. So
Well, no, I mean it's like that's like whatever, but it's
It's
could have been better.
it had enough good consistency over its duration that I still appreciate the show.
True.
That's how I see it.
that's both fair.
Yeah. But I
think
get.
it's
I mean,
also fair to just be disappointed.
I
with
get- I
how
get-
terribly.
I mean,
it
I
is.
get the fan rage. I totally get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I've had more consistent good stuff than bad stuff. So I'm like, I'm fine.
I think it's still a better show than The Walking Dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not a
100%.
hard bar to beat.
Well, I mean, the first season of Walking Dead wasn't.
First,
One or two seasons was actually
maybe two or potentially even up to 3. I don't remember
Yeah.
what happens when.
How many
But,
seasons are there now?
12.
It's still
13?
on.
Yeah, it's the final seasons right now.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah. Final
I might
seasons
watch
right
that.
now.
Isn't there like a reboot season or series?
There's
No, they have two
they go
spin-offs,
to
right? 1 or 2 spin-offs?
there's one in like the East Coast or the West Coast.
One's in like LA, right?
Yeah, The Walking Dead Rising or something like that.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this in our podcast
Last week,
before.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive. All right, let me get into my drink.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. What is
I
it?
have an Alvarado Street Brewery beer.
No one likes that place.
Yeah. That's a quality spot. Let's see what it is. Oh, look what he's got.
Contains no
Nice.
juice.
Wait, is that the one from like a long time ago?
Huh?
When did you get that? Did you buy that recently?
No, I've had this one for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This weekend I'm
Nice
probably
made.
gonna go buy a bunch of new beers. So
Oh my god,
No way. Prove it.
crazy!
I'll
Yeah.
prove it next weekend. Oh, I'm also gonna buy some Topo Chicos.
One of the
Wait.
best.
Were you listening to us earlier?
No, my wife went to visit a friend in Texas, and that friend's gonna come out here next weekend, and she requested Topo Chicos hard seltzers. So I was like, those are delicious.
Oh.
We'll definitely get them.
Oh, I thought you meant you were just gonna get the water.
No.
The regular water.
I'd get both if
Seltzers.
I were you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix those bad boys together. Woo.
Are you gonna get the Mountain Dew seltzer?
That's a thing.
No.
There's
not.
3 of them.
I'd try it.
I mean,
100%.
I would try it, but I don't know if I would buy all 3 of them. This is good. This is just a great classic banger. It's
Yeah, that's one
juicy,
of my faves.
you know.
Reminds me of orange juice.
Let's get into the games.
Wait, what's your favorite kind of orange juice?
Orange
Pulp or
juice?
no pulp?
Pulp.
Yeah.
I like pulp.
I'm a regular pulp kind of guy. Like
Regular
some pulp,
pulp,
not
yeah.
enough. Extra pulp,
Too
too
much.
much. Just have a
Too
fucking
much.
smoothie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, I like
Extra
a little bit of pulp.
Good for smoothie, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you're making smoothie, it's the way to go. Like get that nice thickening to it. But like if you're just drinking it,
No bueno.
too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, smooth peanut butter or crunchy peanut
crunchy.
butter? Crunchy.
I like the texture of the crunchy.
I'm fully for it. I will take it both ways. A lot
I
of the
think a
times, if I
smooth-
have
yeah.
smooth peanut butter, I will still put full like roasted salted peanuts on top of that.
Yeah, I think I just like
Mm.
crunch with a lot of stuff.
See, that's
So-
fair.
Yeah,
If I'm not doing like that, I'll toast the bread still, so you get that texture. With
That's a
it.
good balance. Yeah, I like that.
I have a lot of peanut butter, boys. Good source of protein.
Good
Also,
source
it's
of
just-
peanuts too.
Yeah, it's
And
a
peanut butter.
delicious
Yeah.
snack.
Yeah.
Very easy to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
Wait, you make
jam?
your own peanut
What kind of
butter?
jam do you put on your peanut butter sandwiches?
Oh, either whatever my mom's homemade one is, or
You're an adult.
my personal favorite. No, my mom makes jam a lot, but I forget what flavor it is a lot of the time. Just
It does
grape jelly.
strawberry a lot.
The most basic, like grape.
Yeah,
or grape.
I usually get like the cheap Welch's purple colored one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, me too.
It's
I'm a
like
bougie little boy.
Yeah, you are.
It's got to be preserves for me, but it's got to be like a similar color to grape. You got to have the contrast, like peach jam on there. Still good, not as appetizing to look at.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Got to get
doesn't do
something
it for me. Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the brand, but our mom likes it. It's like Marie something, not Marie Calendars. I don't know what it's called.
Marinade.
They sell it at Whole Foods. They sell it at Nugget.
Marinara.
Shouts out to them. Shouts out to Nugget, not shouts out to Whole Foods.
Yeah, Nugget's
Good
cool.
spot.
I like
Yeah,
it.
Nugget's tight. Trader Joe's also tight. Too crowded.
Yeah.
I went to Trader Joe's today. Not that crowded.
Yeah, you live in Idaho, my guy.
Yeah, there's only two in the whole
There's people in
whole
Idaho.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you, but
I mean, I live in the Boise area. It's not like it's not crowded.
that's fair.
You know what I mean? Like
My thing is, the Trader Joe's I go to is in Boulder, Colorado, and so for that reason, it is always 100% packed.
yeah, the one I go to is not in Boise proper, and I'm pretty sure that one's crazy. That'd be like going to be very similar. I feel like Boulder and Boise tend to have similar demographics.
It's fucking weird people who like living in the mountains, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both
pretty
start
much.
with B.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get in the games. Let's get in the games. Dylan, what have you been playing?
Oh man, nothing. Next. No, I have been playing for about 4 hours in the past 2 days. Divinity: Original Sin 2, the second one.
And you never
Yes.
invited us. What's up with that?
Fuck you guys! I've invited you so many times.
He did technically invite me earlier, and I was just like, "Oh, you already started. So I don't want to do it." Now.
I will restart it. I'm still in the starting first area. I've just been really trying to get used to it because I haven't played on computer before. It's a better game on computer, but
Who
I had
knew?
to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I knew that from day one. Obviously, even though I hadn't played it, it's not as good on the Switch. But it's a fun game. I like it.
I think it encapsulates what it wants to do very well.
Yeah,
Just being like that open-ended tabletop RPG, but it's a video.
It's a video game.
It's a
video game.
It's a
Yeah,
video
yeah,
game.
crazy, right?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Every time I I'm exploring, there's some weird secret hidden area. I fought a giant turtle in the first area.
Oh.
Yeah. I killed it, lit it on fire.
That's
make
very
some turtle
rare.
soup.
It's cruelty.
I had to.
One time when I played with Nate, we spent 3 hours trying to kill the town. Did not do it.
Yeah, killing towns are hard.
Yeah, wild, right? Especially when you're level 3.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's not a good
Yeah.
time to start. Not a lot of
It was
skills
all
to
an
pull from.
accident, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it usually happens. Usually you accidentally steal from somebody, or you accidentally press the wrong button.
I
And
do
then,
that a lot.
You kind of get close a couple times to making it out and getting a couple people done. So you're like, I feel like we can do this. We're just playing shittily. And then you just keep trying and you never do it.
Yep. Or you piss
I've
someone
not tried
off.
to do that.
I've definitely done that a couple times. I'm like, fuck, all right, we got to go back to 4 saves ago.
Yeah, it's brutal, but kind of
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I can tell, but I don't know if I'll beat it. Other than that, I've only played games that we played.
What about Vagante?
Oh, I did play Vagante too. Yeah, it's like a roguelike 3-player co-op game. It's hard. I died so many times. Every single time I would jump on spikes and die, and then you fucking just run around as a skeleton. It's okay. I think that's pretty much about it. You could be 3 different classes: rogue, wizard, knight.
Wow.
There's different stories, and each story you spawn with slightly different skills or something. It's fun, but
Did you play it co-op?
really hard. Yeah, I've only played it co-op so far.
Fun.
I will only play co-op. It's play games with your friends or whatever, so you guys don't have to buy it, or at least one of you doesn't. I think I can invite you to play.
Neat.
Divinity: Original Sin, also one of those games. So
Yeah, you can play up to 4 people. Weird.
Yeah,
which is
that's
wild.
wild. Absolutely
that's a
insane, boys.
Really cool thing that I've never used.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they what's it, Varian? Is it Varian Studios?
Larian?
Larian Studios?
Larian.
Confusing. We'll do with Baldur's Gate 3. So
I have never played any of those.
Baldur's Gate 3 is in early access right now.
Holy shit. Hey, it's got great reviews, boys, so I just assumed it was out.
No, it's early access, so I'm kind of waiting for them to full launch that.
Oh yeah, I'm fully on board.
But
Forgot.
I might play that with you, Dylan.
Play with me, motherfucker.
It's just one of those. It's just one of those games. I'm like, all right, I got 4 hours. I can commit to this game. But if it's just I can only play an hour, like I don't want to play that game only for an hour. It's just one of those games.
Well, that's
the
we
problem.
should have done it on Saturday or something, or Friday. That would have been the right time to do it. Yeah. Maybe we'll do it next Friday.
To me, that's a game you need to schedule out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, every Friday from this time to this time, we play this game.
Same thing as D&D.
Exactly.
You got to do it.
You have to treat it like a tabletop game, because if you don't, we'll start it once, and then we'll never go back to it. Kind of like our Stardew Valley. Like, I would love to go back to it.
We played that for a while.
We played it for like 3 or 4 sessions, and that was it.
That one,
but that was like
at least I think we could go back to that, and we'd be fine. Like, there's not that much going on.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Whereas something like Divinity or Baldur's Gate, like, you take a month off and you go back in, it's like, well, fuck it. Let's
believe me. I know I've started. This is now the 3rd time I've started that game. So
yeah. So
this is the furthest I've gotten though by far.
That's the only reason why I haven't really jumped into it, because I'm like, oh, all right, I gotta schedule this time. Like,
you gotta focus on that shit, man. Like, it's wild. It's a big game.
It is.
There's so much shit going on. Yeah,
very
cool. A very well crafted world.
All right.
Also, I've been playing Kaiju Rush on my phone. It's fun. you know those games where you like hit the button at the right time and you just shoot your thing, and then you like just try to go as far as you can, like Turtle Cannon.
Yeah, like
that one
the one where you're batting against the
like
penguin
a golf?
too.
Kind of like golf, except for you just try to destroy as many buildings and go as far as you can. Yeah, it's that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Falcon played Flash games. You must have done one.
Yeah, I've played that.
Yeah,
it was like a penguin, and you like go down the slope, and you launch, and you try to.
Yep.
Yeah,
that and the Turtle Cannon one, top 2 of all time. There's like a paper airplane one too. That one's okay.
Yeah. I played that one. Man, aging myself right now.
You're not, because I'm much younger than you, and I brought it up.
Yeah, but I was doing that in high school.
I was not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was in high school when that was happening.
Well, consider getting this game. It's a phone game. It's a good one of those.
I like it. We're turning into a mobile game podcast now.
I've been playing on my phone. Sometimes playing games on my phone.
Fair enough.
A little bit.
All right, Aiden, what have you been up to?
Well, let's start with this. I did buy Mario Golf out of a impulse decision one time. I played one game against Maddie, just in like the standard take turns thing.
Yeah.
It was neat. It's a Mario Golf thing. It's going to shine in the, I think everyone plays at the same time mode, because that way you can actually use your super to do fun things. Reminder, I'm not good at Mario Golf, but feels nice to play.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
It's not a reminder.
I'm a Wii Sports kind of guy.
Oh, dude.
I'm a legend at that, but Mario Golf, less of a legend.
I guess you have to practice.
Wii Sports.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to go on sale one time, and you guys are going to buy it. We're going to play like 2 times. I'll thrash you, and then you're going to regret it. I'm looking forward to it.
And I'll be playing on my own on the side just to practice. Like, can't let this fuck beat me again.
Same thing. Yeah. Let's play Mario Kart sometime, guys. It's going to be fun.
Dylan gets wrecked.
Mario Kart? I'm not good at Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I did beat my friends Andy and Danielle at Mario Kart one time. The only time we played, I first place every single time, I think, and then I just refused to play them ever again because
Stay the king. Yeah, stay the king.
Yeah.
All right.
Just like when we play, right?
Never
Mario.
lost to Aiden. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, it's a good game. Worth 60? Probably not, but like it's a Mario
They put
game.
more levels into it, and they actually like update it.
Oh,
They did one update. That's not.
They did one update.
That's not saying they're
They got the
updating.
Metro map.
That's more than a lot of games for Nintendo.
And they added ranked, so fucking worst case scenario.
Oh, you're
Might
gonna
be
be a
looking at the
star.
#1 ranked player in the world at some point.
You're gonna be a star.
Otherwise,
there's no way.
more exciting news. Hopping on the Twitch bandwagon, I got Jump King Boys.
Never heard
It's
of
a
it.
game.
Yeah, Dylan's heard of it.
Yeah.
It's basically a 2D platformer, hard. You kind of jump around like a frog. Like, basically, you press A to jump, press and hold A to jump farther. Super punishing game. It's like, did you ever play Getting Over It, Faulkner or Faulkner, or know what that game is? Where like you're a dude on a ball, you got a little sledgehammer, and you just try to climb up something.
Sounds
I
familiar.
have seen that one.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
So, similar type of game at that, or is that just a really hard platforming thing? If you make a mistake, it's really punishing because you fall very far. It's fun.
All
Do you
right.
just
Nothing.
keep going up?
You like platforming,
Just keep
so
going. Yeah,
it's something I'll never
It's-
play. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
it's not like a great platformer like Celeste or Mario Odyssey, but it's just like a nice one that I feel like, one, it was on sale 50% off, didn't spend a dime on it because I used my Nintendo Store credit, little coins. I think I'm gonna enjoy just being like every couple of days, hey, let's spend like 15 minutes, try to make some progress, save and quit. It is also kind of fun to watch streamers play it for literally hours. You watch the highlights of that, boys. You get to see only the good parts. And the terrible parts, they fall and wasted like 45 minutes of their life climbing up there. But very fun to watch.
Fair enough.
I will never play
Recommend
this
it.
game.
I'll never play this game either.
Yeah.
I know I'm the only one that's going to do it, but Jump King, I'll let you know when I beat it.
I
Or
love.
if I just stop playing.
I love the thing they have. Tactical leaping adventure. Jump King. There's a smoking hot babe at the top.
Yep.
Right. Okay, maybe I will play it.
I mean, you want to see the babe, right?
It's got 2 expansions: New Babe Plus and Ghost of the Babe.
Great stuff, right? Yeah. So I'm just doing the straight base game because you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's so weird.
And
All right.
finally, a little Back for Blood, which I know you'll talk about more, and you probably played a lot more than me. I
I
did
did play that game.
one match
Yeah.
last night with Dylan where we just did chapter 1, first act, not much more. I'm not going to be playing that game on Xbox when it comes out. That's going to be purely PC because it was choppy as hell and didn't look great on the Xbox One X. Assume it's fine on the Series X though.
Oh, I mean, I was about to say, and I guess we can lead into mine because I also did. We played it.
But let me hit you with this. Tried on PC earlier.
Oh, okay. And it's
Beautiful
cross progression
100
or crossplay, right? So
Exactly, so not a problem.
yeah.
Playing that bad boy at 144 hertz, everything max. Game looked great. Super fun to play. Some guy dropped me his like nicely kitted out revolver, and I just got to play around with that for a while. Super satisfying. Got to fight a boss. That was fun.
Revolver's pretty dope, right?
Yeah, like
that thing
it's just so
slaps.
satisfying to just go around just.
And it has a penetration and
heads.
just goes through multiple people. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's seems like it's going to be everything I wanted, so I'm stoked.
I'll give you my initial thoughts. I think the game pacing's a little slow, but I did find like we have access to Act 1. The later acts were much better than the first few acts, right? Because they added more complexity to the acts.
Yeah.
So and that's what we were talking about earlier when we were playing. It was like, all right, we're just kind of walking through here, killing things. Now, of course, we're playing like easiest difficulty, and we don't have any cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
The movement just feels a little slow. I hope they just give it like a 10% boof. Boof. Or
Whoa.
A 10% boof.
Whoa.
I enjoyed it. I liked it, and I'm playing on a Series X, and I didn't notice any of that stuff, any technical issues.
I think it's potentially good, but
yeah.
I was not impressed by the beta, I'll say.
I mean, it's a
Incredibly
beta.
impressed.
It's a beta at the same time.
I knew what it was, and then it was what I thought it was.
Yeah,
so I'm happy.
I think that's a very good point. Is like, it's Left 4 Dead. So if you're expecting something not Left 4 Dead, then you're probably gonna be very disappointed.
No, I mean I hoped for Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and it feels like a modern Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, delivers that for the most part, but I'll say it reminds me a bit of like Borderlands 3, where it's like I felt like it will potentially feel a little bit better, or should feel a little bit better with all this time in between. Like there are better playing games. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree with you.
Yeah, I'm in that boat too, because they're vastly different games, even from a movement and gunplay mechanics system.
Yeah, obviously.
I just don't know how much better it could be unless you want it to be a different game. To me. You know what I mean?
It just feels simple to me, which is what I want.
Exactly. Like I'm looking for a simple arcade shooter, like horde zombie arcade shooter, and it was like
it was very much that.
Yeah. The only issues, and I think it's more the default settings for aiming and then the aim assist are terrible.
Yeah,
and that needs to be adjusted. Yeah, but that can be
another reason.
Yeah,
mouse and keyboard, baby, no issues at all on that.
Yeah, so once I adjusted it, like we turned it up in the speed, and I turned down aim assist, it felt better. But I thought the guns, they feel great.
I like the variety of guns.
Yeah, and they're very distinct. Each one is very distinct from each one. I like the idea of picking new attachments through your runs. It gives it a little RNG aspect to it.
Very fun, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I actually like the card system, especially after I completed the first tract and unlocked more tracks. And I was like, oh, I see what they're doing. As long as this doesn't become a paid mechanic, I think this is going to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That was something I was worried about, and I ended up liking it a lot more than I expected.
Yeah. It's like a deck building game.
Yeah. Like you just get progressively stronger as you get deeper into the harder parts.
Yeah. So I could see this becoming a pretty complex and a grindy game, because you're like, all right, I need to grind through these supply lines because I need the better cards to build my better deck and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I could see like this becoming a fun loop. But it could turn into a too grindy loop if they hide the cards. But at the same time, you want the hardest difficulty to be really hard and not everyone be able to do it without grinding for a good deck. So like it's a weird catch-22.
Game design is hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. But yeah, for me, I think if they just boof the movement speed. No?
I don't like it.
If they just buff the movement speed just like 10%, I think I'd be much happier. But I think the weapons feel fantastic, and I love the shooting range. I think the shooting range is a lot of fun. We literally spent 45 minutes just killing each other at the shooting range.
Also, you know what? Shout out to Uncle Simon. Forgot.
Oh yeah, Uncle Simon with the carry. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we're playing We're playing with Tim, and Uncle Simon's a random fourth, and we're at this one section, and Dylan, we thought we were muted to him, so he couldn't hear us.
I was talking so much.
Talking so much shit. He's like, I can't believe we made this. Stupid Simon's just in my way, shooting me in the back of the head the whole time. It's fucking loser. And then he chat pops up and he goes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then since then I was like, oh fuck, I feel so bad. This is like my good friend now. And then we played for like the whole round, and then he added us later, but game crashed or whatever.
Oh yeah. And he actually kind of carried us because he knew some of the level mechanics. Sure. Yeah. He's like, oh, you got to go here and you got to run to the end. You got to sprint here. And I was like, oh, we would have never done that. We probably would have just walked it and
we got just tried to fight.
Yeah. So, and then there's some other like game, like mission mechanics that we were unaware of. And he's like, no, you got to do this and load this up.
My favorites was he told us, he's like, yeah, sorry, English is not my first language. So he would say stuff and we'd be like, okay, I understand what he wants us to do, but I have no idea what he wants us to do. Like when we had to board up those windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget what he said, but it was like we were just running around like, what do we do?
Yeah, because we were like, board up the windows. It's just like COD where you just run up to the window and hold down X, and then you actually have to pick up boards and carry it over. I was like, all right. It's
Uncle Simon, the best part of the game for sure.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Forgot about him.
Yeah, I think the game's gonna be good. I think it's gonna have a nice spot, and I think it's a gap in the game market. I think it's gonna fill that gap really well.
I will say, after playing it, I considered buying Vermintide like 3 times in the past few days.
I wouldn't mind playing Vermintide 2 because I do.
Yeah.
Or Deep Rock Galactic because it's very similar.
And
we already own it.
I love that game.
I'm just waiting for them to do the next big update.
Yeah, big update. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've done 2 updates since we've last played, but they've been like
nothing
smaller.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the next one's gonna have like a new weapon or new weapon mods and stuff like that. But I know
they've
added a couple of new biomes. So
I do love that game.
Other game I played was Diablo 2 Resurrected beta.
Tell me about that. What kind of game is that?
It's an action RPG. It's The Godfather.
What about Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 2. Diablo, but Diablo 2 really, really refined it. You know what I mean? And I played a lot of Diablo also, but Diablo 2 was just better.
What about Borderlands?
Well, this was way before Borderlands.
I think Borderlands came out first.
Okay.
He's got you there.
So you get access to the first 2 acts and to most of the characters. I played the Sorceress. I almost done with Act 2. And I'm not really that interested in buying this game.
Really?
Yeah, I did not hear great things.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Everyone thinks of Diablo 2 with like this nostalgia.
I never played it.
And I generally play. I'm pretty not biased, but I try to be pretty grounded when it comes to older games because it's like it's not as good as you remember, even though at the time it was game changing at the time, right? And the zeitgeist was like really big for it. But when you go back to it, it really feels old. Like it just feels old.
Originally released
2001, 2000 or 2001.
It's an old game, yeah.
Yeah,
we were like,
yeah. In it, like you can see where like I see parts of like, yeah, this game's good, but like when you play modern games, it's just like the pacing is so much slower. The power fantasy is so much lower. I've literally using Frostbolt this whole time. I've yet to use any other spells because I'm doing like a Blizzard build. But the Blizzard scale you don't get to like level 20 something. So up until then, I'm just using Frostbolt, which is the first spell of the tier list. That's it.
Sounds like fun.
And I'm just Frostbolting everything. And that's all I do is just run out Frostbolt, and then Kite, Frostbolt, Kite. Right? And I get the end game is generally the end game is what really makes that game, but as a casual now, like hardcore me at 15, 16 years old is a lot different than 37-year-old me, you know?
Yeah. A lot less time.
Yeah, a lot less time, and it's not game breaking now. Right? It's just not. Like even from like you compare it to the current ones like Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is just a much more visceral, fast-paced game. Path of Exile is a much more fast-paced game with just as much, actually more complexity of people that want that complexity. So it's just like you're just not. I don't think it's going to satisfy people as much as they think it is, or people will talk themselves into it. They'll talk themselves that is as good as it was. You know what I mean? It is. But I appreciate its place and time. I got a nostalgia kick out of it, and I was like, I think I good. Like I don't think I need to buy this game.
Yep. I'm still excited. But that does make sense, everything you said.
Yeah. I think the quality of life stuff they did add are good. I think.
What did they add?
So stuff I
wouldn't know.
Auto gold pickup. That was never a thing then.
Man.
You had to click each one. So they added that, right? Increase stash space. So before you had just one stash space and that's it. They have stash tabs and increase the stash space. So there's like a lot of little things like that. But then like the movement is very slow. So you can run or you can walk. But running has a stamina bar. And if you run out of the stamina bar, you have to walk. And then walking is extremely slow. So I'm like, parts of me is like, I feel like they should just get rid of that entirely and just make it run all the time. right?
Probably.
But they want it to
And they have
be
to, like,
as close as
change the game.
possible. Yeah, they want it to be as close as possible as the original. So it's not really a remake, right? It's a remaster. So there's really just adding some quality of life changes and upping the graphical interface. But then even the combat definitely feels old. Like everything feels kind of slow and it's not super smooth. And it's better than what it was, but it's still
old.
It's still old. Yeah. Like just sprinting alone is like the most frustrating thing.
In real life too.
Yeah. And then there's just a lot of running back and forth, like the map design, because it's procedurally generated. So you're just like, fuck, I didn't find the exit. So I'm like running back everywhere and double tracking and trying to find the edges. And
Yeah. Well, that's Diablo, right?
yeah, except
That's just
for
what you do.
it's just slower.
But
Everything is
It's
slow.
not fun until you
Yeah.
have movement skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then the movement skills, like I unlock teleport, but it's very mana heavy. So I'm really only using it a few times. And then your mana generates so slow. And then you only get so many potions to recover. You know what I mean? It's like there's all these little things. Like mana regen is extremely slow. Like
Maybe they'll do like some updated stuff that you could do where you can like play a more updated version of the game like after. Probably not.
no.
It's Diablo 4.
Yeah, that's Diablo 4. Which Diablo 4 has its own, like I think the lead dev got fired for
So,
Diablo
yeah,
4 or
something
something like that.
recently
Yeah.
It's Blizzard, boys.
Blizzard's
so-
going through Blizzard, I think they terminated a bunch of people this week. They
Yeah.
fired a bunch of people this week. So across multiple teams and all the different dev teams and stuff like that. So who knows? All their games are going to be a year or two pushback. I think they already stated Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 getting pushback. So
Yeah. So, not a surprise with the shit show that company is.
yeah. So I'm not interested in purchasing this game, and I generally don't play these games as a multiplayer game. I generally like playing these solo.
Wait, we played so much.
Yeah. I said
Diablo
generally,
thing.
generally,
Oh.
right?
Just
'cause-
likes you a lot.
yeah. I do it because you asked me to, but like Path of Exile, I've mostly played. I have probably like 300 or 400 hours solo in Path of Exile.
Well, do you want to play that game? Because I'm hankering for one of those.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to Sherpa you guys too. Play it on PC.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm down to Sherpa.
Download it.
Like, you just
Download
tell me
it.
what kind of character builds you want, and I'll find the builds for you guys to follow, and then and I'll talk you through it.
I want to kill people.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Okay.
Let's get into some game news. Sorry for the bad news for Diablo 2 fans. Like, I don't know if it's bad news. It's just realistic news, I guess.
Yeah. Well, probably expected, but
I mean, you shouldn't be surprised
it-
after everything they've done recently.
yeah, I mean,
Not even related to the shitty company.
didn't they
Just the games.
they destroy the Warcraft
Yeah.
remaster?
I don't think Diablo 2 Resurrected is a bad remake. Here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad remake. I think
I
it's
think
actually
it's a good remaster.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think it's a bad remaster. I think it's exactly what it intended on doing. Right? They wanted to freshen up the graphics, add some quality of life changes as more of a love letter to that game, and it does exactly that. Nothing more, nothing less. I wanted something more in the line of the Mass Effect remasters, whereas they did a bunch of actual like changes to Mass Effect 1, especially Mass Effect 1, to modernize it. You know what I mean? That's what I really wanted, but that's just me, and I'm not a good representation of everyone else. Right?
I get you.
Yeah.
I can like point out another I think gold standard remakes, Wind Waker HD.
Oh yeah.
Kept
He
the
hasn't
bones of the
played either
game.
one. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Faulkner. It kept the bones of the game like 95% just the same and changed just enough to keep things up to date and freshen it up.
But I wish they would put that out on Switch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wish we got that instead of Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Well, they never remade Skyward Sword, right?
Yeah, but that game sucks. I mean, I haven't played it more
It
than
makes sense, but
2 hours.
we kind of know that it's going to happen at some point with the Switch because they're porting over basically every other Wii U game that's worthwhile. So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And I just want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Not
what
for Wii U.
we would want a a Zelda Infinite type thing, right? It's
Yeah.
like just a central hub like the MCC. Same for
Yeah.
Mario, right?
I
Like
want to buy these things once.
Yeah.
that's my biggest
Man,
concern with Nintendo when they launch the next console is us losing our eShop stuff.
Oh, it's for sure going to happen.
Yeah, it's just
I feel like they have to do a better job.
no, they don't.
They never do.
I think with the third party things,
Yeah.
like all of those, it's going to become more and more of an issue. But like, I mean, obviously they stopped doing the VC, but you can only complain like that you think it's bullshit with the virtual console. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
It's their game.
they killed Virtual Console, yet the Switch is still the best selling
Yeah,
console they've ever had, right? So it's like,
it's kind of on there. It's just shitty.
yeah, I mean, as consumers, we're supporting this behavior.
Yes,
It is one of the coolest things they've done.
Another choice, but yeah,
in my opinion, like console-wise. But yeah,
You know, so it is what it is. As long as people keep buying the console, they're going to keep thinking they can get away with it.
which obviously they can.
Yeah.
Done it for a long time.
Yeah.
When their failure consoles still do kind of well and have a lot of really sick games on them. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And it's only the hardcore people that are going to be like, I'm not buying the next one. But the general population's, yeah, they're still going to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Going to like our gaming, people are like, fuck that. I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, you're going to see everyone posting pictures of them with their new Switch 2.
Yep.
the switcheroo. That's what they'll call
Switcheroo.
it.
Man, that'd be wild.
That would be wild. I would love that. Yeah, so let's get into some news. Xbox news. Stardew Valley is coming to Game Pass. Doesn't matter for us. We own it on multiple platforms, but
Yeah, I will buy it on Game Pass just because I love that game.
go Concrete Ape, right? Is it Concrete Ape? Yeah.
Concerned Ape.
Concerned Ape?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ape.
Yeah, Concrete Ape.
Concrete. I don't know. It's a C and ape. It's same.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Concrete Ape. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, I mean,
about that
I think
forever.
it's wonderful. I'm glad. I'm sure there's a bunch of people on Game Pass that have never played it or heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
All-time classic.
top 10 game, at least for me, guaranteed. I would say.
of all time,
Maybe? Yeah, I think so.
I would definitely say it's
that far, but I
think-
get it.
I think it's one of the best, like,
if you had to put it in.
one of those.
So when you do your top 10 list, do you put your top 10s as like games individually or just franchises? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely
I would
top
do
10
individual.
You do individual.
Individual. Yeah, I would do individual because, like, my favorite's Ocarina of Time. But, you know, it's not like the best game of all time, objectively. It just I have the best nostalgia for it. And it's.
I would
That's one of
love
those.
a full-on remake for Ocarina of Time.
I mean, just the 3DS one that they did, not the full remake, was like amazing.
Put
Did
that
you-
on
did you
Unreal
play that
5.
one?
Put that on the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh yeah, I would love that too.
That would be
but
wild.
they won't do it.
Stardew, I would say, if not top 10, definitely top 20.
Top 20 for sure.
Yeah.
Top
100%.
10, it would be like number 10. I would say probably.
But it makes sense. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm so excited for people that have never got to play it. I'm like, and Game Pass being Game Pass, best deal in gaming. Such a great opportunity. Good for Concrete Ape. Like that guy is such a. I don't know. It's like such a great story. A one-man developer and
Absolute workhorse.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the coolest fucking like gaming stories. Like what even comes close to that? Like Dead Cells for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but that's not a one-man studio.
Even then, not
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think he actually has a second guy now because I think he's working on a new title, but
Mhm.
not just making a great game, but then supporting it right on top of
Yeah,
that,
forever.
like regular support and stuff like that. Like, what a prime job.
I feel like he's like the only modern example of something like that happening.
Yeah.
To that level of success. Back in the Atari days, though, there's some contenders.
Yeah, it's not the same though.
I know. Not even close.
Let's get another news. A little company called From Software is working on a new IP that is going to be more Souls-like than Sekiro or Elden Scroll.
What?
Who's all I got? I'm excited.
I know
Let's wait and see.
you're a Souls boy. I'm still have yet to jump into that ship.
Well, hey,
It
you want some
sucks. I'll
advice?
tell you what.
Fucking same advice to Dylan. Get good.
I'm just happy for people that love those games. Like it's good.
You know what? I do like the idea of those games. I like to watch people play those,
Yeah.
but it is not for me.
I'm just
Tell you
glad.
that.
Feel better.
I'm glad
They get
it's a
easy
fresh
at one
IP.
point.
I'm glad it's
Yeah.
a fresh IP. I'm glad they're not just going like, oh, we're going to do Bloodborne 2 or another, which is not a bad thing.
What are
Having
you upset about?
yeah, having only one Bloodborne is actually kind of surprising. Not a Bloodborne 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for them to not stick to that and just like branch off to a new IP is pretty crazy to me, to be honest. Especially in game development now. Like, it's easier to stick to your guns than branch off because the risk is so high, especially with the cost of game development now.
Yep. So I'm just excited to see what they do. Whether it's going to be like a gothic thing like Bloodborne, just straight medieval gothic like Dark Souls.
Do you think they're
Where they take it?
What do you think
It'd
they're
be
going
cool
to
if
do?
they did a realistic or a futuristic one.
Like a sci-fi, or how futuristic?
Like like a sci-fi one.
I'd
like
be
500 years in the
extremely
future.
down.
Yeah, but then you have
or if there
Returnal,
was
right?
one-
You have Returnal, which is sci-fi.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking like
more like
dystopian sci-fi, like Blade Runner ass Dylan.
Oh, Cyberpunk?
Yes. Yeah. But not quite cyberpunk, but yeah, like verging on it. A little bit more realistic than like a full-on cyberpunk game.
I want a Western.
No,
I'd also be down for it.
I would.
They could do anything, and I trust them.
Yeah, that's what I'm. I just want them to do a Western because I think Westerns are a really hard one to do.
But like
to do well,
it would be with pistols, right?
Pistols, shotguns, melee, because melee's still viable in that setting.
They didn't have melee in that setting. They only
I don't
fought
know.
with pistols.
I've seen Bone Tomahawk. There's a little melee in that one.
That is a fucking. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a good movie. You should watch it. It is. Yeah, it is.
I do love me some Kurt Russell.
Also got Jack from Lost.
Don't know him.
Oh,
never watched Lost.
Got his name.
Dude. Yeah. His name is Jack. Matthew. Matthew.
Oh yeah, Matthew Fox.
Yeah.
That's it.
You should watch it, Faulkner.
All right,
it's good. It's a solid Western.
Yeah.
I do like Westerns. Yeah, I think a Western would be neat because no one's doing that.
Yeah, I think.
Dead Redemption.
No one's doing a Souls like Red Dead.
Yeah.
No one's doing a Souls
1886. That was.
Something.
Not a great game. Very cool looking though. So that's all I got.
Yeah, cyberpunky would be kind of cool. Dystopian setting.
Cyberpunky.
Like they haven't ever done a game where I don't walk away from being like, damn, like the setting they designed for that.
Yeah.
All the interiors, exteriors, skyboxes, literally everything about world design. They have always killed it to me.
Yeah. What if they did like a straight mythological one, like Greek or something? Yeah.
Super into it.
Yeah.
You could literally say anything and be like, they're going to kill it. They're going to do as well as you could possibly imagine.
Fair.
What if it was a game where you played as Shrek and you lived in the Shrek world?
I thought you were going to say like something like Bug's Life. That'd be insane.
Oh man, a Bug's Life would be really cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Playing as a bug, fighting other bugs.
What if it was a Vietnam setting?
Yeah, again. Fucking sick, boys. If you just want to scratch the rest of the episode, keep pitching settings to me, and I will say the same thing every time.
All right. Well, let's move on, since this could last forever. Nintendo had a indie direct. I didn't watch it. I looked at some of the games, but you guys noticed some titles?
This is literally all me, so...
Okay, fair enough.
I'll take the lead. There's going to be a lot of things that they listed that are going to be cool to people, but I either don't know enough about them / do not want to talk about them. So, starting from the top, Metal Slug Tactics. How do you boys feel about the Metal Slug series?
Hell yeah.
It's an iconic arcade series.
I think it has
played all the time.
Best pixel art in any game ever.
Best ever?
It's
bold.
It's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
I love the style of Metal Slug since its inception. So,
I
like the idea of a metal slug, like a slug made out of metal.
Also cool. Also cool. And tactics games, great fun.
And I love
very
tactics
nice
games.
casual ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like chess but with guns.
And metal slugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I think conceptually, I'm actually surprised it's taken this long to even come out with a tactics version of Metal Slug.
Yeah, like I read and I was just like, wasn't there already one?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
They were always side scrollers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Side
okay.
scrollers, things that are very easy to die on, so you have
Yeah.
to continue spending quarters.
Yeah, it's
Makes a lot of sense.
So a side-scrolling bullet hell game, right? So
Probably should have started this one because I don't really have much to say because we've already talked about it. But Loop Hero coming to Switch, boys. That is the prime place to play it. That is 100% if I've ever seen one.
I didn't play it.
It is a great computer game because you can play it 100% with the mouse. That's it. Like,
actually,
it's a
that
one-hand computer game, which is really cool.
I'm remembering now because I haven't played it in a while that I said that I don't know how I'd feel about it on the Switch because I like doing it with the mouse.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those games you're like, you want to be watching something as you do it. Like, you can pay attention, but you're usually just going to be watching a dude doing some loops.
Sure.
It's the perfect passive game.
Mm-hmm. Very fun, very satisfying. I will probably give it a shot again and buy it on Switch because, like, I think it's a great game.
I probably will too. Yeah.
Got to support your indie games, indie developers.
Yeah. And number 3 for me, skipping over a few things, 100 Days. Saw this one right before we started it. Let me tell you, boys, you know what wine is?
No. What is wine?
It's grape drink, boys. And this is a winemaking sim, and I am fully on board. Looked at some screenshots. 1, art style. Looks tight. 2, it's a sim that seems like it has a lot going on under the hood, but not too much. I.e. things like, for me personally, Factorio. Too much. Football Manager. I get it. Don't want to play it. This, the proper amount. Enough that you can kind of go through and like put your little fingers and things.
Yeah.
Try to find the best way to do things, but you're not just sitting there staring at a menu being like, maybe I'll do like a couple more nitrates in that bad boy. That's actually 100% a thing in there. Not modifying too much. So it still remains a game, and it's not like you're just playing a job in your free time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I hope this is a good one. And I will also be keeping my eye on a couple other ones on the list just because I like the art style.
Yeah, there's some on there that I was interested from before. I've seen 100 Days before. I've seen trailers for it previously, and I was like, oh, that, for some reason, I don't like wine, but I like this. This sounds great.
Oh,
wine is fine. What are you talking about?
I don't enjoy wine.
Why are you whining?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see what you did there. Dylan, did you have anything on that list? Like,
I can't believe Aiden didn't fucking mention this. Axiom Verge 2 is fucking out. I haven't played it.
I never played the first one. I just know that people like it. If no one else said anything, I was just going to run through the other things that I think are cool, but it's actually almost everything. Axiom
Verge 2. I will play it at some point. I'm excited. I never beat the first one, so I kind of want to go back and beat it. But I played a bunch of it, and it's a good one of those. Slime Rancher, sick, fun game, very peaceful. Play it.
Very peaceful.
Eastward, it's coming out.
Eastward looks interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, but it's coming out. They said that it will. This was not in this event, but Spelunky 1 and 2 coming to Nintendo Switch.
Nice. Woo! Those are classics.
All-time greats of roguelikes.
Yeah, I tried 2 a bunch. Really hard. 1, a little bit more my speed, so I'll probably just get 1 when it comes out. I think there was one more thing that sort of excited me, but
Garden Story.
Garden Story.
I just like the idea behind it, to be honest.
It's just a knockoff Stardew, right? From what I've seen.
I want to say it's more like because you can collect vegetables, like Pokemon.
You're a vegetable. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I do like Pokemon, so yes. Well, I will look at that more.
Damn, they got some bangers in art style in this one.
They do.
I believe.
Like Lumberjack, Looks like Untitled Goose Game. Love the style of that. Also, like the name. That's a good name, boys. He plays a bear with an axe.
Who has back problems? Yep.
Is that an actual thing?
Isn't lumbar part of the back? I don't know.
Oh, 100% is. I just got whooshed.
Sorry, this is terrible. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if this happened during that, but I saw that GTA 3 Vice City and San Andreas coming to the Switch, potentially.
Yeah, so
There.
big rumors GTA is getting
let's not do
remasters. So
Let me hit you with this, boys. I am utterly disappointed that it is coming to the Switch.
what's going to be on the rumor is it's on Unreal. I don't know which version of Unreal. Probably Unreal 4 or 3 if it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
No, of course they're going to bring it to the Switch, man. It's Rockstar.
Gotta get the cash, man.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's just knowing that it's coming
Those games
to
are on
Switch.
iPhone.
I wanted like a full-on remaster, not just we're going to change a couple things and just pop it on there. Like, not like a Mario All-Stars type thing.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. That's what I'm concerned about is like how much of a remaster it is. It seems because they say it's going to be on the Unreal Engine with a mix of new and old graphics. I don't know what mix of new and old graphics even means.
I'm going to assume at best they just have some higher res textures, but didn't change like anything like polygon counts in them.
Yeah, like again, this goes back to like Diablo 2's. There's going to be a lot of quality of life stuff that they're going to need to do to modernize it, or it's going to be really rough to play.
It's going to be rough. I'll tell you that as a fact.
Yeah.
You know, like if they brought it up to even GTA 5, like gameplay mechanics, but set in those stories, I would be probably fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go that far.
It's not even going to be close. Like, it's not even going to be GTA 4 level.
Yeah. So that's the damn shame of it, right? That's the other shame is, man, if they just applied GTA 5 paint on it, that's all it really needed.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the disappointment. Like, they know it's still going to sell really well.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge. There's generations of kids that never grew up with these games that now get to play it on the most updated consoles.
And they're not going to like it.
They're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to buy it.
Yep. No, I get it still.
And the terrible thing is you're going to have these game reviewers that have the nostalgia of the game because they're all old as fuck. And they're going to give them like great reviews. And I'm like it just bothers me.
Tried to play Vice City in the past 10 years. It has not aged well, boys.
No.
Not at all.
I played it semi-recently, and I had an okay time, but it was not like I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah,
you're just purely like I remember this stuff.
Exactly, and that's my problem with like these game reviews that are going to come out. They're going to be like, they're going to have this nostalgia kick, and they're like, and they're just like reliving their life 20 years ago while they're playing it, and it's like, yeah, but objectively, these are not good games anymore.
Mm-hmm. Great music.
Which also a problem. They're not going to have all that same music.
You don't think so?
I mean, there's no way. They're not going to pay the licensing fees for that. Like Michael Jackson is in Vice City. They're not paying that.
Yeah, because I know Tony Hawk had a hard time getting all the licenses, right? Yeah, but it's Rockstar at the same time, so
they do have some money.
Yeah,
they have a lot of money, but they like making money a lot.
Oh, I mean, they're gonna make a fuck ton of money on this. 100%.
A lot of money.
But why not make a couple million more by not paying those rights?
That's fair. And honestly, if a quarter of the songs don't make it, it's not going to change.
They'll get something else that they can get for cheap.
They'll just replace it with something else, and
cheaper.
People will be fine. I think it's really cool. Like it's more of a game preservation kind of thing. Like it's kind of cool that they're doing it in that sense. But I really hope they actually do some significant modernizing of it.
Me too, bud. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I would love to play it. Like if they significantly modernize it, I would run through all those games. And I skipped San Andreas, so like it's a perfect title for me to jump into.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
You should just play San Andreas. Just
Yeah,
because that one is.
But if it's dated and doesn't feel good, like I'm not going to play it. It's just how it's going to be.
I
know what
get
I mean?
you. But
That
know
one's
for a
just
fact
good.
that it is by far the best out of all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we talked about last podcast, like the timing, right, of our lives is when these games came out. But like I want to play San Andreas 100%. But if it doesn't feel good to play, I don't want to spend my time like forcing myself through a game either.
You can get buff, or you can get
You
fat.
can also get fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like real life.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's what these Grand Theft Auto games like are so crazy because they just do weird shit like that. Not weird, but they push.
That's
they
regular
push the-
life, man.
They push the medium.
regular
They
life.
push the medium forward in many ways. Like, right? I remember the first time in Grand Theft Auto 3 when you just like grab a hooker, put them in your car, park in an alleyway, and then your car starts shaking, and you see your money counter go down, and you're like, "Wait, who is doing this? Like, who would think this at the time?"
You can do that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
Of course. And then you murder them right after.
Yeah, and then you get your money back.
You get your money back.
Yeah. So like at that time, no one was doing anything like that, and then each game just kept adding a little bit
Weird
more
little
nuance.
things,
You know what I mean? And it kept pushing the envelope of the genre. And that's just what Rockstar does. Even though like now they're like in this weird monetization kind of lifestyle, GTA 5 is still a fantastic game outside of that, right? Because you don't have to. You don't have to.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah, it's like even today's standards, it does more than what other people are doing now, and that game is over 10 years old.
Rockstar, baby.
Yeah, and then of course,
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is
That's not true.
Yeah.
it's not 10 years old.
No, it's
No,
like 7 years
boy.
old or
That's
something.
PS3. That game came out in PS3 era.
Yeah, it came out like 2013.
2013.
It's like 7 or 8 years old.
Okay, almost 10 years old. I apologize.
Yeah.
I mean, like
It's
2013, I believe. 2011, like
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
2011
I'm 2 years
was like
off. I'm
Halo
sorry.
Reach or
I
something.
I was in high school at that time,
Yeah.
Faulkner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was living
2013?
my adult life.
Just graduated.
I'm just saying, like, no one's really pushing the envelope like they are. And then, of course, Red Dead 2 came out, and that was a technical showcase.
Yeah. Did you guys know that you're
amazing?
I mean, a lot of people would say it's
Okay.
amazing.
technical
I-
showcase 100%, like one of the
Yeah.
best technical games I've ever seen.
I did. Yeah, technically yes. I enjoyed that game. I never want to play it again though, just because of like
It's
it
too
not
big.
being the most fun game to play.
It's too big.
Less fun, but like
Yeah.
music was amazing. Some of the best
Yeah,
voice acting
dude.
ever.
Some of that music, fucking
Just the
So
unreal.
the organicness
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah,
Just how lived the world feels.
yeah. I mean that's a game I'll probably go back to like once I get like a really nice computer or something. And be like, I just want to see what this looks like on like a really nice setup compared to like a regular Xbox.
And that's just Rockstar, so no wonder they take their time from game releases now, because it's like, well, if we're going to release a game, we're going to release something that has fresh value with it, right?
Yeah. I guess it when you put it that way, like it sort of makes sense that they haven't done another GTA yet. Obviously, they're making tons of money from GTA Online, but like the next GTA has to be like insane compared to 5.
Yeah, it's like it has to.
Yeah.
It has to move the line, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about just doing the same thing. Like, every GTA release or every Rockstar release, for the most part, like, just moves the line forward.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's going to be tough to go past.
Yeah, and the line's getting harder and harder to move.
Yeah.
Like, it just is, because they've moved the line themselves so much, right? And then you have other competitors helping push that line forward, and it's like, well, if we're going to do something, we want to do something that no one else is really doing, or if they're doing it, they're not doing it well, and we want to show them how to do it right. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're Rockstar.
That's exactly why they're Rockstar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say they deserve all the money that they got for the most part.
Yeah,
I
mean,
100%.
I understand why people are, mad. They want more of what they do, but they need to bake that shit, make it good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I get both sides. It's just kind of a shame how long it's been since they've done basically anything. I mean, even Red Dead 2 is what, like 4 or 5 years old?
It's
That could be
2018.
entirely wrong.
No,
3 years
2018.
old,
Yeah, it's 2018.
which is good. So, like, I mean, they're a very large studio, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be down if they just, like, get a little subset. Like, they have, like, what, like 4 or 5 offices? Multiple hundred people in each one? Like, they're one of the biggest developers out there.
I would definitely love to see them do a new IP for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Or, if you don't want to do that, Max Payne 4.
dude, I got to go back to it,
Okay.
but man, that game's like
Phenomenal.
so good. That game is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do with GTA. Parts of me goes, I hope they give it the Rockstar treatment on a remaster as opposed to just doing a remaster like we're used to with other companies.
Yep.
I don't know how long this remaster's been in development, but they tend to keep stuff pretty close to the chest. So
I'm going to guess a year and a half, and that's based on nothing.
that's
Yeah.
I'll
gonna
roll
agree
with
with
that.
that.
I'll roll with that.
Yeah.
All right. Last piece of news. Remedy made good money essentially on Control, and they're working on a bigger update, or not update, Control 2 with a bigger budget. So
I
Nothing but
fuck
excited,
with
boys.
Control. That game is sick.
yeah, I have yet to play it, but I can't wait to play it.
You should play that 100%. It is.
It's just time. I got to figure out
It's-
time. I'm not
No.
I got other
You
life
just
shit to
go
deal
download
with.
it right after this. No.
like I have it on my PS5, so I just need to,
Oh, then
to
go.
play it.
Oh yeah,
But
just
it's
turn it on.
there's like not a part of that game that I don't love.
Currently, Control 2 is in early conception phase, so they're
That makes sense.
just working it out because they are in full production on a AAA title, working with Epic Games. It's rumored to be Alan
Fortnite.
Wake 2.
Fortnite!
Remedy's version of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'd be into it. I don't
Um,
think Remedy's done anything that I haven't, at the very least, respected what they wanted to do.
I think Remedy's also working on a Control multiplayer game.
I don't feel like we needed that,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give it a shot still.
Yeah, that sounds.
I feel like
it
if
could
they,
be cool, but
if it was like a free release for people that
well,
bought
then-
Control, kind of like how Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I think that would be cool. But
Now,
man,
that'd be tight, but that doesn't sound like their publisher.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But cool. Remedy, good for Remedy. Remedy's a great developer.
Love him.
big fun.
Shit. They did Max Payne 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I feel like we've mentioned that multiple times. I'm going to forget every time it gets mentioned.
Yeah.
Good for them. Also good games.
Very good games. That's it, boys. That's all the news I got. You guys have anything else to add?
No.
Well, thank you everyone for watching, listening, and doing the things. And have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.